it's Jackie and welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I have part 2 of the Elizabeth Swann series of looks that I've been doing. So in my last tutorial, I did these 2 wearable half up half down dos, and then this one, as promised, I did the iconic updo that she wears at the end of the movie, as well as this really simple but beautiful makeup look. So if you enjoy this, make sure you give it a thumbs up and subscribe, ring the bell notification button so that you don't miss an upload. And I have a little mini giveaway, so I have been wearing brown eye contacts for whatever characters, but I've been doing this for a while, and if you've watched me for a while, you know I had some bad pairs. I accidentally got like the dolly-eyed ones, and I looked creepy, but I just committed, and then I finally got a pair of very natural-looking ones from tie-dye, and yeah, that's how you say it. Anyways, they sent me an extra pair by accident. Like this was not through like PR, this was just me ordering. They gave me 2. So I have another pair of the Queen Chocolate, and if you have different color eyes and you wanted to try these out, just comment down below your Instagram handle and I'll be DMing one of you and then, yeah, sending this to you. So I thought that'd be a fun little giveaway. I know it's a little random, but I have an extra one. And anyways, let's get started with this makeup look. I got a mini ship in a bottle, and I've already applied my favorite primer, the Tatcha Silk Canvas. Can't believe I'm already halfway through this product. It's so smoothing and a nice barrier between the makeup and skin. And for foundation, Elizabeth Swann is fair, but in the screen grabs that I'm going off of, she does have a deeper beige skin tone than I do, so I'm going with the shade Wheat from bareMinerals Complexion Rescue Tinted Gel Cream. I love this product, especially for summer, because it's very breathable and easy to blend into the skin. Next, I do want to enhance the high cheekbone and chin mainly with a brightening concealer. I love the Tarte Shape Tape, but I always apply too much. You really don't need a lot of product, especially if you're using to highlight and you have it in a lighter shade like I'm doing. And I love blending in with my finger, helps remove some of the excess foundation and concealer, and the warmth of the finger melts the product together. I really like using the Urban Decay setting spray after the steps that I've just done for longevity. Sometimes I'll spray after powder as well, but locking in the cream or liquid skin steps seems to really help with heat and humidity. And then moving on to powder, I seriously love the Revlon Translucent Finisher. I've clearly hit pan on this, and it's just great to set the products, and it's easy to pat over the skin for a natural finish. Another product I have hit pan on hard is the Hoola Light Bronzer from Benefit. I've been grabbing for the Hoola Caramel this summer, and it's quite a bit deeper, but we don't want to go too bronze here, just using this shade to add some color and dimension while keeping the skin, again, fairly pale. And they definitely weren't using a ton of bronzer back in the 18th century. Anyway, love me some Kevyn sculpting powder for the cheekbones. I'm adding a hollowed out look to the tops of my cheeks, and also taper down the cheeks toward the mouth to continue that sunken in cheek look. I find this does mature my face a bit, but what's hilarious, Kira was only 17 when she looked like this. Wild. This was me at 17, just for giggles. And then for the nose contour, this I found kind of hard. I kept practicing the nose contour before filming this makeup look because she does have quite distinct features. So her nose indents quite a bit inwards from the eye sockets, but even the normal contour shades that I typically go for just look dirty because I don't have any depth there, so I needed to go a bit darker, and I used more of a solid gray, and then once the bridge was slightly faded in there, I focused on structuring my tip of the nose in a similar way. Didn't want to go too heavy and distract from this look because it is pretty natural. And then for shadows, I started with a muted brown all over the lid, but my footage from that one little clip got corrupted. So I've already done that step, and then next use a pink shade from this palette and fade upwards through the crease. I'm using this screenshot because I felt I got the best look at the makeup here. Deepening up the outer corner and into the crease with a bit of bronze. And under the eyes, a mix of brown and gray-brown shadow. Elizabeth's makeup look has quite a bit of smokiness under the lash line. I'm going a little less because my eye shape is quite a bit larger and rounder, so it looks more dramatic on me. And some subtle eyeliner. I chose to use this deep Charlotte Tilbury Color Chameleon in bronzed quartz, or is it gold quartz? I have to double check that. But these are creamy and easy to blend in. I love them, and I can't find the sharpener, so that's why mine looks a little dull. Some touch-ups and blush. I use this one a lot. This is the shade Natural Beauty by Tarte. I really like these because they last and the pigment looks natural, and I'm still keeping it higher for placement for this Kira-inspired look. And I really like this Rimmel mascara that I tried. I haven't used Rimmel in a while, and yeah, this is great mascara. This look again is natural, so just after one coat, I use my finger to get off any excess before it dries, and then the lashes have a natural tinted look. Bit more liner, I just didn't go deep enough. And then lips, I'm using 2 lipsticks. You can use a lip liner and a lipstick, but I think 2 lipsticks is a bit easier to make it look like a natural, barely there gradient effect. So I started with Revlon Matte is Everything by Super Lustrous line, and this shade is Rise Up Rose. That collection is like my favorite for lipstick from Revlon. And then going with a fuller top lip and less of a prominent Cupid's bow, and then less of a full bottom lip. Then a peachy pink from Urban Decay called Wyers, and I'm dabbing this on subtly. Final step, because I use Charlotte Tilbury Beauty Light wands as a finisher on most of my looks, I'm using the shade Peachgasm, and I like to add this on the tip of my nose most of the time, and then on my bottom lip, and let's move on to the epic updo. Got on this corset from Amazon. I always have everything linked down below, and I love the silhouette of these horrible contraptions, but I thought it would suit the tutorial. And I'm not using any extensions here, just my own hair, and I've grown out my natural color, so you can see up until the lighter ends, this is my hair color, because you guys do ask me that sometimes. And we are teasing that front section into a poof, so divide a fairly decent section, and I've put the other hair in a quick braid to keep out of the way. And I like to tease by taking small section by small section. This is what I find easiest because I can't really see what I'm doing. And then I use some hairspray and then back comb mainly at the root, but then also through the section. Tease a little bit less on the top layers so it's easier to smooth out, which I do promise that I do. But before setting everything in place, I'm using this tiny curler from Bedhead that I constantly use to create those accent curls, and I'm curling towards the face. If you watched my last hair tutorial, these steps are the same as the second style, so just smooth out the outer section, twist and then pin to the crown of the head. Use a comb to lift up the top into a rounded shape and then pin in an X to keep that section in place. Repeat on the other side by creating that little twist and use lots of hairspray to lock in the section. You can leave the curls long, but to make it a little more accurate, just pin curl the length and wedge a bobby pin into the poof. Before continuing with the pinned up updo section, have a strand over the shoulder and let's curl it. I separated 2 pieces and then spiraled them together. Here's when I could have done a slightly better job, but take a section from the back just after the poof and we're going to roll this upwards. If you have shorter hair, curling this and then pinning upwards in place isn't too hard, but if you have long hair, keeping all that length and kind of defeating gravity is a challenge. The only way I found it to be doable was teasing quite a bit and then rolling the hair so that it didn't slip out of the shape. Then pin this through the middle. As you can see, we get that loop, but I wish I smoothed it out a little bit on the layer that's showing, but once it's in place, you really don't want to mess with it because it will become a mess. And also I wish I pinned this a bit higher, but I won't be too hard on myself. And we're going to create the third pin curl that you can see in this pic. For this one, I curled the hair upwards and then just teased the top so that when I rolled it, it wouldn't be frizzy this time. And then it's easier with less hair in this section. It wasn't too hard to pin up and keep in place. Now we did this little curl first because the rest of the updo kind of wraps around it. And with the rest of this hair, I'm creating a simplified version of this updo, just twisting and pinning. I did see a French roll type of deal that was going on, but that's an entire process in itself and I was not down, so I did a twist and pin. And with the leftover hair, curl, and this will be the middle kind of falling over curl that we see in between the other 2 loops. Doing lots of touch-ups so the style looks nice from each angle, and like I said, I do wish I started it all a bit higher, but each shot the style did change a little bit, either from being worn in or being shot on different days, so I tried not to look at too many different shots of the hairstyle because I just kept nitpicking and like changing it a bit, but I definitely think this gives a very Elizabeth Swann vibe and isn't too challenging to do either.
Also, I have a tan line on my back from wearing a bralette out on my balcony. Classy, just wear some sunscreen because I definitely forgot, but I hope you guys enjoyed this look.
I hope you enjoyed this Elizabeth Swann look, and if you did, make sure you give it a thumbs up as always. And as for tutorials coming up, I'm really excited. I've been searching for this freaking dress on Marissa Cooper for so long because this summer I became obsessed with the OC. I'd never watched it before, so it was just like great because everyone was like, oh my god, I love that show, and I got to watch it for the first time ever now. But I finally found the dress I was looking for, or at least like a very similar one, from Revolve. It was a little bit pricey, but I could not find this like lightish blue. It was always like a navy and white or black and white. So I'm very happy with this purchase, and that's the video I have planned next, even though I so don't look like Misha Barton. Like, our face shapes are so different, so I'll try my best to kind of make it true to character, but it'll just be more of a natural sun-kissed Cali look. And then I have Blair Waldorf. So if you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button. I have lots of fun stuff coming up for you guys. And I love it when you tag me in your photos every week after a video. I just love seeing your faces and seeing you guys switch up your style. So here are a couple of my favorite photos. Thanks for sending those in, and I do have a vlog channel as well if you didn't know, and I uploaded like a little behind the scenes video, which is kind of funny, so if you want to check that out, I will also have it linked, and I'll see you in my next video.